Hey folks, I'm really excited to announce the pre-alpha is going live for Camaraderie, and I want to show you a demo of some of the cool features that are going to be there, some of the stuff that you can try out, and what is going to be the upcoming plan from pre-alpha to alpha. And alpha is when the first creators come on board, set up their pages, and go online. So let me switch over here to the home page. And this is the home page as you've seen it before, but we're actually taking a look at our staging server. And the staging server is where we do a lot of our testing. On the top bar, there's something a little bit different where you can log in now. And you can see in the login page, you can create an account. And we're going to create an account in just a second. But what we're going to do here is we're not going to go through the main login page. We're going to go through a project page. And the project pages are similar to the same ones on Substack or Patreon, where this is where most people are going to be landing on the website. This is where all of your supporters are going to be finding you. These are the links that you would be sharing. And this would be camaraderie.co/ whatever your project is called. And so we got a couple that we've set up here. This one is the one that we're going to be testing when we make the pre-alpha live. And you may have seen our fundraiser where we raised about $11,000 for tech expenses, for legal expenses, and none of that money is paying for any salaries or any stipends. It is all going to specific expenses that we needed to cover to launch the platform. So what we're doing here, this is not the final version, but this is what it's going to look like basically, is if you want to help development go a little quicker and help us cover living expenses, this is where you have the option to do that. And this is the project that we're testing because if something goes wrong, if posts get deleted, if accounts get messed up in some way, then it's just us that are going to be here to fix it. And we're not putting any creators at risk. So what you can see here is that there's a banner image, there's a heading. The byline is customizable by the team. And you can see here that unlike other platforms, you can have multiple creators working on the same project. And you can become a supporter. You see, for our example, we have 4 supporters at $4 a month. And this project is set up to only accept donations. So there are no tiers for this particular project. We're going to get to tiers in just a minute. So you can give $1, $10, whatever. And if we scroll down here, we can see the latest posts. I have made a welcome post here on my account, and Majid has posted the first chapter of Moby Dick on his account, which luckily is public domain, but it's what we've been using for placeholder text. And you can see that there's a little bit of different formatting on this. So individual creators can make posts on the same project in collaborative projects. We thought this was the best way to handle it. So you and your co-creators, if there's more than one person on a project, can individually log into your own account and do your own work on the project. So let's make our supporter account and support this project. If we click on become a supporter, it just takes us down here. And we give $10 a month or whatever. When this goes live, don't feel any pressure to give us money unless you want to support the project, just to clear that up. Okay, so as an example, we're going to give $10 to this project. I'm going to hit subscribe, and it asks me to log in. Okay, I'm going to create an account. And my display name is going to be Buddy Boy. And my email address, I'm going to use info@camaraderie.co. And I'm going to make a password, and this is the staging server, so it doesn't matter. And again, agree to our terms. This is going to be updated with the link to the terms and conditions. It does not the vaguely threatening sounding agree to our terms here. So we are going to hit register. All right, so it's asking us to verify our account. So in another window that you can't see, I'm going to verify the email address that I just added. Okay, and so I verified, I refreshed the page, and it shows that we verified. Okay, So now we have an account and I can go through and I can support the project. If we want to give $10 here, it's a donation, so there are no specific tiers. This is what I showed off on Twitter earlier, and I can add a payment source. For an example, this is a test Visa card, just 42424242. When this is live on camaraderie.co, this test card will not work. You'll need to put in a real credit card. This is just for the staging server. Okay. So our payment source has been added. You can add multiple cards and then just set whichever one you want to be active, and that will be active for all of your subscriptions. You can see here as this is your monthly gift subtotal because this is a donation. And you can see the breakdown that the project will keep $9.16. About 60 cents goes to Stripe processing, and 25 cents goes to camaraderie dues from $10 at 2.5%. There is no sales tax for donations, and we're going to subscribe. Okay, so you're subscribed to Camaraderie Development. So this is on your own account. You can see this is your main project feed. And here is going to be a list of all the projects you're supporting and your main feed of the latest posts. There are no locked posts at the moment as part of pre-alpha. That's one of the features that we're adding to move into alpha. So Buddy Boy doesn't have a profile picture or anything yet. So I'm going to go to account settings and I'm going to add a profile picture, right? So let's add a profile picture here. I can crop and upload and boom, Barry B. Benson is right there for us. If I wanted to update my email address, change my password, update my display name, this is where two-factor authentication is going to be. I can do it in account settings. All right, we've already seen our feed. And here is the wallet if you want to make changes to your payment and credit processing. All this works just fine. A couple of things here and there are going to be changed between what you see and what's live, but the functionality is the same. Okay, so what if we wanted to go to subscribe to a second project? Let's do that. We've set up a second example page here. This is another one that we've been looking at on Twitter. You can see that they have a different kind of brand color here. And this one actually has tiers, right? To be clear, this has nothing to do with Danny DeVito. We just thought this was a goofy way to set up a project. This is what it would look like for one creator to have a project. And you can see you can edit the byline to say whatever you want to make it clear to your supporters what's going on with your project. A little more Moby Dick boilerplate. All right, and so this is his latest post, and we have a couple of options for subscriptions. If the imaginary Danny DeVito also wanted to accept donations that did not have sales tax, then you could do that. You could add that as a third option here. Right now, you can have as few or as many tiers as you want. So we're going to go into the throw me in the trash option, which is $12. We have our payment method from before. And sales tax is not turned on. It's not functioning on the staging server, but this is where sales tax would be calculated and added on to the total to pay today here. So let's go ahead and subscribe to Danny DeVito's Example Emporium. And we're taken back to the feed. We can see now that we have both of our projects that we're supporting. We have this latest post here, and we have welcome to the pre-alpha. All right, so what if we wanted to change or cancel our subscriptions? I'm going to go into the top menu. I'm going to click on Manage Subscriptions. And you can see here that here's the two projects that I'm supporting, and I can change or cancel those subscriptions. So I just subscribed to a tier on Danny DeVito's Example Emporium, and I want to change that subscription. I want to do something else with that. So I'm going to let this load up here, and you can see there's a little bit of a misalignment we need to fix. What if I wanted to go $24? What if I wanted to support this person above the subscription amount? That's totally cool. Or I could go down to $1 if I wanted to. If I was at $1 and I needed to go up to 12, it will auto-populate that for me. At the moment, the subscriptions change the first of the next month, but there's some stuff still in progress there to make sure that supporters could upgrade their subscription and see those rewards immediately. This is one of the things we're working on in the back end. So update subscription is grayed out because this is exactly the same as we had before. But let's say I have a tight budget this month. I wanna go back down to $1 next month. Okay, and you can see it's at $1 per month, and the tier has been updated. All right, so your subscription was updated. Your new subscription amount will be billed on the 1st of next month. And again, this is how it works right now, but this is something that is likely going to have some extra logic added to it, where if someone downgrades, their subscription will remain for the rest of the month, but if they upgrade, they will want to pay for that upgrade now and get those rewards now. So that's going to be something that we're working on. All right, and if I wanted to cancel, then I could see, all right, if I cancel right now, we consider it a little unfair for it to remove their membership right now if they're canceling, because they've paid for the remainder of the month. So if they cancel right now, what it will do is it will cancel it at the end of the month. And we're also planning on having the system send to the user a quick email at the end of the month to see if they want to turn their subscription back on, right? Maybe they've changed their mind at the end of the month. So we send one little reminder before their subscription is totally canceled when their remainder of their month runs out. Okay, so we've looked at the feed, we've looked at changing and canceling subscriptions. What is not going to be part of the pre-alpha is a lot of the user interface for the creators. A lot of that stuff is still in progress. So I can show you what we're working on there. I can show you making a post, keeping in mind this is very in progress right now. So I have logged out and I am logging back in as my own account with my own email address that is one of the creators of the Camaraderie Development Project. So I'm already registered and filled in as one of the creators of the Camaraderie Development Project. And so I'm now going to go to the Camaraderie Development page and I'm going to create a new post. All right, so this is a very in progress post interface, but we see that we can add text, we can change paragraphs, we can add headings, and we can expand the area as we need area to work, and we can add some media. So I'm going to go grab a YouTube video. So I'm going to click the video button, add the source, save it, and publish the post. Oops, it reminded me I forgot to put a post title, so I should do that. Okay, again, another very in progress page. This is just what will eventually be the page with a list of posts for one project. So let's go back into my feed, and we can see what an example post with an embedded YouTube video looks like. So there's still a lot of work to be done on formatting these, making the media and text fit properly, making it all look like it's supposed to look. But this is functional right now, and so we wanted to push out a lot of this working functionality to you so you can start playing with this. You can subscribe to the Camaraderie Development Project, and you can see what the feed looks like. You can make your account, you can change your account settings, and it'll all work. Okay, so what about security? The projects that we have right now, like I mentioned, there are still some bugs in the system. And I want you to go ahead and click this button right here if you see a bug or an issue or strange wording that you want to report. So what we are confident is secure is payments. No financial information is stored on any of Camaraderie servers or even is temporarily stored on Camaraderie servers. This goes through Stripe, and so it is as secure as Stripe is. It is as secure as Patreon is. And we are confident that the financial payment side is ready to roll, right? Those of you who donated to our fundraiser, it's the same system. It is very secure. Problems that you might see are text being swapped with other text like it's not supposed to be, formatting issues, strange wording. You might find an error screen, a red error screen if something goes wrong. What I'd like you to do is to click on this button when that happens, take a screenshot of what went on, and then fill out the form so we can go in and we can fix it. We're expanding features. We're building out the features that need to happen for alpha, like the creator user interface. We're building out a lot of the features that need to happen for basic functionality, like locked posts. And based on the bugs that we need to fix, based on the issues that we find, the infrastructure is all there to get to alpha, but a lot of the user-facing stuff is still in progress. So the pre-alpha is working. You can subscribe to our first project, our test project, and that project is going to continue to be a funding source to help cover expenses for us while we continue to work on this. So donations are appreciated there. And then we're going to be phasing in more of the first user projects, people that are interested in the alpha, a handful at a time, and we're going to be making announcements for that as they happen. So I really appreciate everybody watching this demo. I appreciate y'all taking a look. And when the pre-alpha goes live, please check it out. Please stress test it. But you can put in some stuff. You can try to go on weird paths through the system. And you can see if it'll break. And then if it does, go ahead and report an issue to us so we can fix it. More stuff is coming, but really, really excited to share the pre-alpha, really excited to show things starting to work. All the main pieces are there. All the functionality is there. And we're going to clear these last hurdles to make it public, to get the basic alpha version of the site up and running, ready to go for you. So hope this was interesting, and I'll be having more to share very soon.